back to the channel, loves. Today we are diving into something magnetic, transformative, and deeply powerful, the dark feminine. And she is apologetic, sensual, intuitive, mysterious, and fearless. The dark feminine is not about negativity, and it's not about manipulation. It is not about becoming cold or cruel. It is about reclaiming your shadow. It is about embracing your wholeness, and it is about stepping into your rawest, most undeniable power. And today I want to tell you a story about Lila and Amber, two women. They work in the same city. They both work similar jobs. They both want love, success, and respect, but they move through the world very different. Amber has always been praised for being nice. She texts immediately. She answers texts immediately. She over-explains when she says no. She laughs when something bothers her, and she shrinks when she feels intimidated. She gives and gives and gives. Lila used to be like that too, until one day when she realized something. Being liked was not the same as being respected. Being chosen was not the same as being valued, and being agreeable was not the same thing as being powerful. And that is when Lila began awakening her dark feminine. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what that means and how to embody it for yourself. Now you may be asking yourself, what is the dark feminine? The dark feminine is the counterpart to the light feminine. The light feminine is nurturing, soft, gentle, giving, but the dark feminine, she is the storm, she is the transformation, she is sensual, she is confident, she is seductive, she is intuitive, and deeply connected to her own power. She is Kali, she is Lilith, she is Persephone. She is the woman who walks into a room and does not ask permission to exist. Now, let's look at Amber and Lila. Amber believes that being feminine is being accommodating. She thinks that being powerful might make her too much. She avoids confrontation and she hides her desires. Lila used to be like that too, but when Lila began studying the dark feminine, she realized something. The traits she had been told to suppress were her actual power, and she was told that she was too intense, too emotional, too ambitious, too sensual, and she, instead of shrinking those parts, she leaned into them. The dark feminine doesn't deny her shadows, she integrates them into her life. Amber avoids her anger, where Lila explores hers. Amber hides her emotion, where Lila owns her emotions. Amber fears being misunderstood, but Lila understands that mystery is power. And that is the difference. Now you may be wondering, why would I embrace the dark feminine? Most women have been conditioned to suppress their dark feminine energy. We are taught to be agreeable and to be pleasant and to be easy and to be digestible. But Amber lives by this rule, okay? When her coworker takes credit for her ideas, she smiles awkwardly. When a man cancels last minute, she says, "No worries." When she feels uncomfortable, she tells herself that she's overreacting. But every time she silences herself, she feels smaller. Now let's look at Lila. When her coworker interrupts her in a meeting, she calmly says, "I wasn't finished speaking." When someone disrespects her time, she withdraws access, not dramatically, just quietly. When something feels wrong, she trusts her instincts. And what's interesting here is that people begin treating Lila differently. Not because she demanded it, not because she forced it, but because energy teaches people how to respond to you. The dark feminine helps you to set boundaries without feeling guilt, to embrace sensuality without shame, to speak truth without apologizing, to magnetize your respect, to stop shrinking and start expanding. Amber wants validation. Lila embodies value. Amber hopes to be chosen, but Lila knows that she is the prize. And when you shift internally like that, everything externally begins to rearrange. You may be asking yourself, how do I awaken the dark feminine within myself? First, shadow work. Lila began by journaling. She wrote, "What parts of me have I been told are too much?" She discovered that she feared her own intensity, her own sensuality, her own hunger for success. Amber, on the other hand, avoids self-reflection. When discomfort arises, she scrolls, she distracts, she numbs. But Lila sits with it, and what's in that discomfort? She finds her power. Your dark feminine lives in the parts of yourself that were once rejected. Step 2, embody sensuality. Sensuality is not a performance, it is a presence. Lila starts to move differently. She slows her walk. She feels the fabric of her clothes. She chooses perfume that makes her feel powerful, not pleasing. Amber dresses to blend in, while Lila is dressing to feel embodied. When Lila enters a room, she does not rush. She isn't scanning for approval. She's grounded in her body. And people feel that. Number 3, the third step. Own your boundaries. Amber says yes when she wants to say no. Lila practices simple sentences. That doesn't work for me. I'm unavailable. And no. Without apology, without explanation. And for the first time she did this, of course her voice trembled, but she did not backtrack, and something clicked. Boundaries don't push people away, they filter people. Step number 4, embrace the mystery. Amber overshares. She fills the silence. She explains herself. Lila allows pauses. When someone asks too many personal questions, she smiles softly and redirects. Mystery creates intrigue. Overexposure kills the magnetism. The dark feminine knows access to her is earned. Step number 5, activate your voice. Lila practices speaking lower, with intention. She stops nervously laughing. She stops raising her tone at the end of sentences. Amber rushes her words, but Lila lets presence do most of the talking. Presence is louder than volume. Step number 6, rituals and symbols. Lila created rituals. She lights candles at night. She wears black when she wants to feel powerful, and she meditates under the moon. Not because it's aesthetic, but because ritual anchors identity. Amber is waiting to feel powerful. Lila is practicing being powerful. Now, how to integrate this into your daily life. Now we're going to see the shift. In relationships, Amber overgives. She texts first. She double texts. She fears being forgotten, whereas Lila receives. When someone cancels last minute, she says no problem, and then she just makes other plans. She does not chase. She does not beg. She attracts. Then suddenly the dynamic shifts because people value what feels valuable. Now, in their careers, Amber downplays her achievements. She just says, I got lucky. But Lila says, I worked hard for that. And when leadership opportunities appear, Amber hesitates, whereas Lila volunteers. Not because she feels fearless, but because she trusts herself. In presence, Amber rushes, Lila slows. Amber seeks approval, Lila commands attention without even trying. The dark feminine is not loud. She is deliberate. And over time, Amber begins noticing something. The same men who overlooked her before are now intrigued by Lila. The same boss who interrupts Amber for existing simply listens to Lila. And the same room that drains Amber energizes Lila. And when Amber asks what Lila is doing differently, the answer is, she stopped abandoning herself. Let's anchor this dark feminine energy with some affirmations. Repeat after me. I am magnetic, powerful, and irresistible. I honor both my light and my shadow. I am not afraid of my power. I embrace it fully. My boundaries are sacred. I do not chase, I attract. I move slowly, intentionally, and confidently. I am mysterious, sensual, and unforgettable. I am whole. I am complete. I am the dark feminine embodied. Again, slower. Feel it in your chest and feel it in your spine. I am whole. I am complete. I am the dark feminine embodied. Now, the conclusion to our little story. Months pass. Lila is not louder. She's not meaner. She's not colder. She's just anchored and present. Amber begins journaling. She starts saying no. She experiments with silence, with slowing down, and with dressing for herself. And then something awakens in her too. Because here's the truth. The dark feminine is not about becoming someone else. It is about remembering who you were before you were told to shrink. Lila did not become powerful. She uncovered the power within herself. And so can you. Your dark feminine is already within you, waiting, watching, and ready. If you stayed until the end of this video, comment this emoji in the comment section below to let me know that you're a real one and that you stayed. If you feel empowered by this video, like it. Don't forget to subscribe because I have a goal of getting to over 100 subscribers by the end of this year, and I would love for you to be one of them. And tell me in the comments below, what is one way that you are going to embody your own dark feminine this week? And until next time, remember, you are power, you are present, and you are magnetic. I love you. Goodbye. See you in the next one.